Good morning, everybody. Ciaccio here. Hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. I don't know if you guys are aware, but that hurricane's coming right towards us right now, so we should be getting it probably Wednesday morning. We thought it was going to veer more off into the west on the west coast in the waters. Now it's kind of shifted back. So if you call the office, they don't answer. We probably got a little bit of damage over here. So two things before I get started. Today I want to talk about things that we can do to get a better connection with a potential client, either on the phone or face to face, to where they want to do business with you. Yeah, before I start, agents lately have been signing up more with Prosperity and with Liberty Bankers because they're seeing that bonus that they can make on top of the regular commission is actually very sufficient. We're going into quarter four for Prosperity, and they do theirs in quarters. Sign up for it. If you're not using it, look at a very great term product, very price very reasonable. You write $25,000 of annualized production in the fourth quarter, issued and paid. They're going to give you a check for 10% of that amount there. So you write $30,000, you write $40,000. They're going to give you a check. You do $30,000, they're going to give you a check for $3,000. So it's kind of like something. It's like a little Christmas bonus. It's something there for you to get it. It's kind of like what I call low-hanging fruit. You got to grab it. Okay? Use it, take advantage of it. The carriers are giving it away. Instead of putting you on a trip, they're giving it to you in a different way. Liberty Banker says, Joe, your agent's been working with us. They've got a 4-month track record. They've got good persistency and placement. We're going to give them $30 per application. Additional money on top of whatever commission you have. So think about those carriers when you're going through the process with your client to get to know them. Let's talk about what can you do as an agent to where people want to buy from you. And you know, it's so simple, the things I'm going to tell you, yet what ends up happening is that agents tend to rush, they get excited, they deviate, they start making shortcuts. They say, well, I don't need to talk about this because I just made a sale. I didn't mention it a couple sales ago and the people still bought. You need to kind of take a soft step backwards and kind of reset what you're doing. Even if you're making a lot of sales, listen to what I've got to say because this could help you make more sales. 2 agents called last week. This is why I want to do the call today. Saying, Joe, I'm getting leads. One agent says I can't get into houses. The other agent says that I'm making presentations, but yet they're not buying. So, in your mind, you've got to make a conscious effort to find some type of connection you have with that client. And to me, every house you walk into is what I call a Broadway stage. You're an actor or you're an actress, and you are fulfilling a need that that person has, yet you got to find some common ground with that person to where they like you. I can talk about Prosperity, Liberty Bankers, Rural Neighbors, American Amicable, to name a couple of the carriers. People buy from you. So what ends up happening is that when you're in a house with a client, most of the time you're rushing to make a sale. Either you have not made sales and you want to make a sale because you got a car payment. You may have a client you've got to see at 10:45 and it's already 10 o'clock and you've got to rush the process to see that client. So what you need to do is kind of tap those brakes and just start slowing down. A client, as you and I will feel, is that when we go into a home or we're on the phone with a client, that client wants to feel very special. They want to feel that you are the only person they're thinking about, you're the only person they're speaking with, and you have their money and their hearts in your soul to where you're going to get them the best deal. Now, with that said, you need to tell them that. My job is to assist you and guide you, to give you peace of mind, give you comfort, so when this sad day comes, your child, spouse, or wife is going to call me, and I will hold their hand and walk them through the process, because that's part of my job. People want to have that warm, fuzzy feeling that you're going to be there. They want to know that if they're going to trust you and give you their money, you're going to be there during those tough times. You need to tell them. Tell them about a past experience you had. Tell them about a client that you had, wrote a policy, 6 months passed away. You helped the client do everything. You delivered the family a check for $12,500, and they were so happy they referred people to you. But the most important thing is, new Mr. Client, I'm doing my job. I'm here to help you. I'm here to assist you, and I'm here to coach you to where you pick out a program that you feel is beneficial, that's cost effective, to where your family is not left burdened with those expenses. And it all starts with you and them just speaking with each other. It's not you talking to them, it's you speaking with them and treating them like they're your grandmother, their grandfather, somebody you hadn't seen in years, and you're trying to make a connection. Joe, how do you make a connection? What do I talk about? Well, a lot of agents talk about if you see a fish on their mailbox, okay? If you see hunting racks on the back of their truck, if you come in their house and you see all of their kids, you see a poster hanging up, you have got to find some type of connection that you can relate to them about. It doesn't matter what it is, okay? No matter what you see, you've either done it or you want to do it. If you've done it, have a conversation about it. If it's something you've been thinking about doing, can you tell me about it? Because what happens with a lot of agents, they feel the more they speak, the better opportunity they have to make a sale. And it's got some clarifications where it is correct, yet what happens is that we want the client to talk, okay? The more the client speaks to you, they're feeling more comfortable with you, they're opening themselves up. So what I kind of think in my mind is, what can I do to have them continually start speaking to me? And the only way for me to do it, kind of like a little example, is to carry like a little bottle of gasoline with you and put a couple drops on them every couple 3 seconds, every 10 seconds, put some drops on them to where they keep that fire going and they keep speaking with you. Because people buy from you. They don't buy the carrier, they buy the benefits of doing what you are there to offer. So our job is to show them what you can do for them, because what your goal is for them to reach in their pocket and pull that money out. Because if you cannot get them to reach in their pocket to pull that money out, doesn't matter how many leads you buy, doesn't matter what a great sales guy you think you are, you're not going to make as many sales as you're making now, because you're not hitting that heart and soul. I was told this a long time ago. What we do is a 12-inch rule. Between the brain and the heart, it's 12 inches. So you got to hit them emotionally, you got to hit them financially, and you got to show them some love, that you're there for them. If you got an old age lead, apologize for taking so long. Apologize for COVID. Apologize for not being as efficient as what you want to be, but you're overwhelmed with the amount of people that want this information. And it's so easy for them to sit and see, damn, he's being a normal guy. Don't go in there like a doggone rooster with your feathers all cocked and think you all that in a bag of chips. Be humble. Go in there, just be nice. People want to be treated with respect. People just want us to be nice. And when you're in the house and you're speaking too fast, you're curtailing the questions they ask because you don't know the answer. Or they're giving you a rebuttal and you don't know what comeback to do. You need to go home, get on your computer, and start studying. I can sell you guys leads for 25 cents, and they're brand new leads. Not for real, an example. And what happens is that you do not know how to overcome the little itty bitty objections in the beginning. You knock on a door, a stranger's door. They have no idea you're coming out. Well, Joe, they sent the card in. They should know I'm coming out. Logically speaking, makes sense. Yet when you sit and think about it, you're blindsiding them. You're going, knock on that door. Hello, who is it? What do you want? I didn't send that card in. What are you talking about? Go away. I moved. I bought something already. You must have an answer for each one of the simple things that I just said. If you don't, it doesn't matter how many leads you buy. And they can be brand new leads that I gave you for a quarter. So you have to know where to station yourself when you go to a house, where to stand, what to say. Do you have your hands in your pocket like this here? I wouldn't recommend this. Kind of means like maybe hiding something. Do you have a big old briefcase on? What do you carry when you go to a door? So you got to pack light. If you got to take a briefcase, you're going up to the 5th floor of an old folks home, put it behind the door. Put it somewhere off the side to where they don't see it. The object of the game is to not be combative when they say they don't remember sending it in. Agree with them. I understand you don't remember, yet may I please show you the card. I totally understand you've already bought something, yet you sent this card in. You probably sent it in after because you probably wanted to do a price check to see if there's anything better out there. I know you're on a budget. You're like my mother or my grandmother. I'm here to save you some money. Just give me a couple minutes. That's all I need. If you want, we'll sit right outside. We'll sit inside. We'll sit wherever you want. Okay? A lot of times when agents don't make sales is because what they're looking at is a high premium. I got to sell one for $77. I got to sell one for $114. I heard the other guy does it. I got to sell that there. Okay? My recommendation is to show high and let the client pick the one they want. Okay? Because what ends up happening is that when you're focusing only on a high premium, I'm not going to say it's going to prevent you from making a sale, yet the person may not feel there's anything less expensive. That's why I like showing 5 different price points. Okay? I like to keep my lowest one 50, 55, because you can always come down if they can't afford it. And I got no problem sticker shocking somebody one for $200. They're going to say, I can't afford that. I totally understand. My job is to show you what's available. If you don't show it, guys, you can't sell it. An agent worked with us a long, long time ago, and was a great closer. The guy was absolutely very good. Yet what happens is that we get ourselves pigeon-toed into certain ways of doing things, and we just cannot change it because as men we have egos. This is the way I'm going to do it. This is the way I was trained. This is the way I was taught to do it. This is the only way I'm going to do it, Joe. So what I say is, totally understand that. I'm stuck in my ways a lot. So let me share some stuff with you that is being done by younger agents. Let me explain something to you that other agents are doing and they're making sales. I'm not saying to change what you're doing, yet what I'm asking you to do is to kind of like entertain that and kind of, throw those in every now and then on different ways to do things. Things are changing, okay? Some people want to sell by phone. Some people are old-fashioned, like knocking on doors. You got to pick the way that makes you money. Is selling by phone the best way? For some agents it is. Some agents don't like the phone. Some agents like that face-to-face, that eye-to-eye contact. They want to sit next to the client. They want to tap them on the shoulder, maybe hit them on the leg to get that connection. So you must decide what is best for you. If you're making phone calls, making phone sales, you're buying 20, 25, 30 leads a week, you're only making 2 sales a week, your return on your investment is not too good. So you want to try to get leads that are closer to your house to where you can actually go visit people. Or if that's not available, get leads that are maybe 100 miles away and go get an inexpensive hotel and stay there for a couple of days. Joe, that's kind of expensive. Well, no matter what we do, guys, there's a cost involved. Okay? And right now, you got to kind of think differently today. When I started, I was able to work in my backyard. Well, not in the beginning, because the other guy who was training was in my backyard. I had to work probably about 45 minutes away. Once he left, that area opened up, and I was at home. Today, there's more agents doing what we do. There's more mail houses mailing for mail. And what happens there is that the more agents doing what we do, the more people like us who are dropping mail, the mail houses are not getting a good return because they're oversaturated. What's happening now is that it drives the lead cost up. Okay? The lowest price lead we have today on a direct mail is exactly $36.51. $36.51. When I was doing it, it was like $11, $12 a lead. 15 years ago, it was 15, then it went to 18, and it's just creeping up. I went to the post office. I said, give me a roll of stamps. And the guy goes, okay, you want the sheets or you want the roll? So just give me the roll. 100 of them, $60. That's 60 cents a stamp. So what happens now is that these mail houses, when they mail, they're not going to mail to an area that in the past is giving them a poor return because they don't need any more experience on losing money because they're not going to get the return on their investment back. So you got to think the same thing. Do I need to learn a bit more? Do I need to go on Google and YouTube to just get out there and see what other people are doing? I invite you to do that. I'm good at what I do, but there's other people out there who've got different perspectives on how to do things. I go out there and listen to those people there, incorporate it in what I do. What you have to do is think outside the box. You got to do things a little bit different. And it all starts with just tapping those brakes, slowing down a little bit, making them feel that they're special. There's nobody else on your mind. You got to take your time. Tell them why you're there. Tell them how long you've been doing business for. Show them a picture of your family, your wife, your kids, your granddog, your grandkid, and a picture of your dog. Let them know that you're a normal, everyday guy. If you do it by phone, text them. Say, listen, before we're getting started, let me text you a picture of my family so you know exactly who I am. You're going to see what I look like. You're on the phone with somebody, they're trying to visualize what you look like. They're saying, man, is he tall, ugly, fat, skinny, bald-headed, hair? They're trying to think about it. I'm going to send you a picture of me so you know exactly who I am. Because today we're going to do some business together. I'm going to be your agent forever, and I want you to see exactly who I am. Do those things. Do things a little bit differently. If you like calling people, you want to sit at home and call people, okay? You want to buy digital leads that we have now, I recommend you to send a text to them. Recently you had sent, I went blank. Recently you had sent something in on a web browser, wanted some information about final expense, mortgage protection, just regular insurance. Send them an email. Send them a text, whatever you have. Tell them, I'll be calling you the next couple of days. Don't say I'll be calling you today or tomorrow, because what if you don't? Okay? Say, this is a number. They're going to see it on their messages, but put it within your actual text message. You're going to be getting a phone call from me. My number is 813, et cetera, et cetera. Let them know. Go things a little bit differently. The only way anybody to be better than the competition is to do things differently and better and do it consistently better. Slow down, take your time, ask open-ended questions, tell them about you, tell them about the company, tell them the benefits of what they're doing. I like telling people, listen, I see some hesitation, and I understand. Money is money. But the decision we are going to talk about today, do you want to send in a little small check every month, okay, to give your kids peace of mind that when that sad day comes, either natural causes or an accidental, that all my expenses are taken care of and your kids are going to have nothing to worry about? Or do you want to sit back, analyze the situation, and wait another couple weeks and price shop it some more? I'm already telling you this is the best. This is my job. And some people say, no, I want to wait. So what happens then? The family's got to send in a big check. And when you got to send in these big checks, certain families don't have that money. We've got no idea what cost you may have before you pass away. Nice part about these policies here is that when you've got 12 months or less to live, the company says we will give you X amount of dollars up front to pay for any expenses you have while you're living. Somebody to come in and bathe you, somebody to come in and sit with you, somebody to visit with you. It's part of it. They give this to you. Let them know how your policy works. If you ever need to borrow money against your policy, we got something called a cash value. Carry an actual piece of paper that shows you that cash value. Text it to your client on the phone. This is from a company. This is a $25,000 policy. Premiums are $113 a month. This is the cash value in there. If this was your policy in the 5th year, you'd have $942 in there. Whatever the number is. Show them what you're saying. Because you know something? Something I heard a long, long time ago is that people remember 30% of what they hear. They remember 50% of what they hear and what they see, a text message or a piece of paper when you're with them. And they remember 70% of what they hear, see, and they discuss. So think about those little small percentages. Are you doing just the hearing? Are you showing them? Are you discussing with them? Kind of think about it. What situation are you in? You happy with your sales? You happy with your production? Those are things that you've got to work with. And I got no problem you calling me saying, Joe, listen, I was on the call today and I saw 14 clients over the weekend. Only 2 houses I got into. The presentations I made, they blew me away. Let's talk about your presentation. Let's talk about where you sit at a door or stand at a door. Let's just talk about what do you say. You make an eye contact. Are you smiling? Are you giving them a company card for them to verify who you are? If you need new cards, my recommendation is get with Vista. Get yourself new company cards with your picture on it. People become more skeptical. Put that picture in a text, send it to your client. So you think about it, you send it to the client, they get a company card of who you are with your picture. They get a family picture of you and the dog. They get maybe a copy of the lead that they filled out where they see the information. All of those little things are going to take you one step closer that your competition may not be doing. Joe, they just tell me they're not interested. Well, people are not interested because you have not found that hot button. You have not found that connection to where they're wanting to open up with you. Think about it. Let you guys go. Monday morning, 10:25, you guys hit them hard. Be safe. You got any questions, call us. You need prosperity, or if you need Liberty Bankers, get with Jay. He'll sign you up for it. We appreciate your hard work. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.